feel kind of naked without my rifle.
Yeah, you still look very handsome though.
And so do you.
Thank
I
you
like
very
your little
much.
beard. It's very, very nice. What would you say, Mark? Very hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did have said anybody but.
Yeah, there was a time.
Morning, here we are again, another beautiful day. What a day yesterday was. We were stalking down the valley yesterday after Caribou and I spotted a grizz sat on the top, and it was a bit of a catch-22. Anyway, long story short, we stalked into the grizz first, boom, Ian shot the grizz, I have followed him up and we got the grizz down. It was quite exciting. He was a tough little son of a gun, he really was. And then we crossed the next valley and we did a double up on Caribou. Ian shot a really nice bull. I shot, for me, which is a really nice bull, an old boy again, the same as my grizz shoot. It was a really old bear. Caribou, exactly the same. He's got some miles on the clock and he could tell a few stories. Beautiful white mane on him, really happy. So that was yesterday. So Ian's tagged out. I've obviously got my moose tag left, but we won't see no moose here. But if a chance comes for a black bear, I can downgrade from a moose to a black bear, so I'll take a black bear. So as hunting goes, I think we're done. And all we've got left to do today is pack it out, which is going to be probably 2 trips right the way down there into the bottom and right the way back up to here. That little ice pack right there, which has got Ian's grizzly skin on it at the minute, and that's where we're going to store the meat. If the weather holds tomorrow, then Cole will come and fly in, then we're out of here and back to Anchorage, which will be good, which will give us an extra day in Anchorage and we can get stuff sorted like taxidermists. So it's all cool. We'll catch you later. We've got a long walk down this hill and a longer walk back with meat.
Now, if you're going to kill 2 bulls all the way down there, you've got to be prepared to put the work in afterwards to get them back up here. Whilst it doesn't look too far when you look down there, just walking back up without the packs yesterday, I just brought my bear hide back up. There's more canyons over there than you can see from here. It's almost as if you come up to them and then the ground just disappears beneath you. So we're going to have to find a route in, hopefully one that's easy on the ankles and easy on the knees on the way back up. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be an easy day.
No, I don't think it's going to be an easy day. You came that way, and last night me and Mark came round as we came all the way around the Screefell there, and it was hard work. I was absolutely tated by the time we got back, so it's going to be a long day, but we've got to get it done.
Yeah,
So
we've got to get it done. We've got to get the animals back up here because by the sounds of it, weather allowing, we'll be heading out of hunting country tomorrow. So while we're getting to grips with one another, I suppose we better get down there and get these animals in.
yeah, let's go, bro.
After you, mate.
Whilst it's undoubtedly going to be a tough day, Wildy and I seem to enjoy packing out as much as we do the hunting. I suppose in some way the physical effort involved in butchering and carrying out the meat somehow legitimises the hunt. Every sinew of usable meat must be harvested from the carcass, and I can assure you that we recognise every single ounce as we carry the loads back up the mountain. We have an unexpected visitor as we set about butchering the bulls. This coyote appears from nowhere, and I'm sure we'll be back later to pick apart the carcasses. There's much less volume of meat to pack out than we harvested from the moose, but careful planning means less trips up and down the mountain.
Broken leg brisket shot.
That works.
Takes years to perfect it.
Done it twice already.
I'll see you back there.
You going to try the low one?
You bet your ass out.
All loaded up, I'm ready to rock.
So we put a lot of preparation into this hunt, both in terms of getting used to our equipment, getting the scope from Hawk set up, and obviously getting familiar with the ammunition. but it's also the physical preparation. We put a lot of time into that, myself and Wildy. Packing out 50 kilo weights, doing a lot of CrossFit, doing a lot of running, and then just carrying the pack and wearing the gear. But nothing quite prepares you for packing out in this sort of terrain. I've only got about 50 or 60 pounds maybe of meat in my pack, but these sorts of gradients are pretty severe. If you are going to come and hunt up here and you do want to get part of the experience, it's not just about pulling the trigger and doing the hunting, it's also about the husbandry, about the butchery, about the packing out, and you've got to be in shape for that too. If you're not, you're just going to wear out your guide, you're going to wear out your packer, and that's ultimately going to impact on your hunt. So my advice to you, even though I'm sweating out my eyeballs at the moment, is even if you think you've done enough work, it never is. Keep doing more.
The last few hundred metres back to camp are the steepest, and I'm glad when we finally arrive at the ice pack to drop our loads.
It's a little bit late in the afternoon now. It's after my second trip down. First trip we went down to pick up some meat, dumped it over there on the snow. Second trip to go get the rest of the meat, the remainder of the meat, 2 capes and the rack. And all I can say is, what a crazy day. A day of days maybe, but it's been hard work. I'm drenched through to the bone, I'm absolutely exhausted. I just want to sit inside, have a coffee and have some calories, try and stock up some food. But that really is the main work of the trip now. I've tagged out, I've got my black bear, got my grizzly bear, got my moose, got my caribou. Wildy's got his grizzly bear, caribou and black bear. He's decided not to go for a moose, which is, his call. If we do see another black bear, we can use a tag for that. So we're officially done on the mountain now. Cole's hopefully coming in tomorrow to take us out of here, which means one more night. So last night it's raining and snowing, so hopefully it's going to clear up a little bit for us. But it's been an amazing trip. I'd say highs and lows, but there's been no lows. Even the tough times like today, it's been incredibly hard work. It's been amazing. It's been a day that's the right one to end the trip on. Team working together, digging deep to get the animals back up the mountain, bring the meat out. Now we're all going to sit down, have dinner together and hopefully dry out. Just want to say a huge thanks to Revelation Mountain Outfitters, to Mark McGuinness, our guide, to Tony Dingus, our outfitter, obviously, Wildy, and Dan the cameraman. We've all worked together to try and make this an amazing trip. I can't wait to see the footage. It really has been tremendous. But it's enough for me rattling on. I'm going to go and get myself dry and get myself something warm inside me. Hopefully get a good night's sleep and then get off the mountain tomorrow. That's a big tortilla. You can. You're never going to have that many guides, are you?
No, you never. I mean, like the master guide,
my bass membership card.
So look at that for a morning. It's our last day out in the field, day 15. We're about to pack up camp and head back. Just time for a coffee and a bit of breakfast and get set for the day ahead. Cole will be here in about 3 hours. It's just after 8 in the morning. Now, it's been a pretty epic trip yesterday and we had a really good night's sleep last night. Still pretty tired, but a little sad in some ways that we're going, but also quite excited that we get back to civilization and share the stories. As you can see behind me, this is a perfect day to go home. It's nice and dry. Everything's still a bit smelly, but at least it'll be dry when it goes into the packs. We'll have a couple of days in Anchorage to get some washing done, because at the moment my clothes and my pack smell like death. But yeah, it's been a great time. It's been a very emotional journey. It's been a lot of hard work, but great fun. We're going to be very, very sad to see this place go. I'm very sad to part company with Mark and Tony at the end of the day, but I'm sure there'll be other adventures here.
The atmosphere is somewhat quiet and subdued as we pack up camp for the last time. It may be that we are taking things a little steadier than usual as we have plenty of time to get our things together. But there's also a sense that we're savouring every last moment before the inevitable trip out of the mountains.
Unbelievable how much stuff we managed to get in here.
Okay, as I say, all good things must come to an end. We've filled in the paperwork We've got all that squared away. We are now breaking camp. A little bit sad, excited to get home. We had a hard day again yesterday. We boned out both the caribou, packed them back up to here, put them on the ice pack. They're all over there ready to be shipped back by Cole when he gets in there. He should be here within the next 20 minutes. Been a hell of a trip. Best trip of my hunting career, life. Guys have been great, Tony's been good, Mark's been exceptional, Dan, the cameraman, just a little bit bumfuzzled that it's all over really. So that's it. We'll keep you posted on the day's events. It's all over. Catch you later. Bye.
The sound of Cole's Piper Super Cub reverberates around the mountains, sparking us into action. It will take several trips with the Super Cub to get us to a local airstrip before switching to the Moore M5 to fly us back to Anchorage. Loading the Super Cub is an art form in itself and needs to be handled carefully, both to ensure the loads are appropriately positioned and to avoid damaging the delicate fabric of the plane.
In a bit.
As we take off for our final trip back to civilization, I take the time to look over the magnificent landscape that's been our home for the past 2 weeks. As we fly out of the Alaska range and close to town, the vast mountains are replaced with lush green lowland forests that roll on for as far as the eyes can see. We've challenged ourselves and worked together to achieve things nobody thought was possible. We've been humbled by the sheer vastness of the wilderness and have come to realise how small a part we play in nature's grand scheme. As friends and hunting companions, Steve and I have shared these experiences and built bonds that will never be broken. We have both left parts of ourselves in these mountains, and we will always have a connection with this magnificent country. One thing is absolutely for sure: we will return.